Hi, how's it going? This is Chuckster, and today we're going to interview Antibody. So, Antibody, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Busy, but pretty well.
So, how did you get your name?
I'm actually pretty unoriginal when it comes to my handle in Nexius and Xonotic. My real name is Ant, so Antibody was just an extension of that, and it was actually given to me by my roommates in college. When I started to play Halo a bit, I'd log in as my nick as Ant, and they're like, dude, you can't use your real name in the game, even if it does sound like a made-up name or an animal. So they christened me Antibody, and the rest is history.
How did you find this game?
Well, I'm a longtime Linux geek. Been using Linux since I got out of school way back when. But, there came a time when I had all Linux machines in my house, and I wanted to play a game, as in not like some crappy Flash game. And I'm kind of a shooter guy and not a controller guy, so I started just searching for free first-person shooters. Didn't matter if it was open source or not. Of course, it was a bonus if it was open source, and I stumbled across Nexius. So I downloaded and installed that, and I played it single player for a while. I think this was probably back in like 2008, maybe somewhere around there. But yeah, so I never played online with other real people, and so it just sat on the shelf after like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks of playing single player and beating single player. And it wasn't until March this year, March 2010, that I actually started playing. I picked it up again, and I actually learned how to really play, as in not being a complete tard, getting owned after 5 seconds, jumping on a server. So yeah, pretty much just searching on the internet, and free and open source game. It's a win in both categories.
What computer do you have to run this?
My main gaming machine is an AMD quad core. I'm not sure the speed of it, but it has 8 gigs of RAM and lots of hard drive space, and an NVIDIA 9800D GT graphics card, which is pretty sweet, and it gets the job done.
How much time do you spend playing this game?
Oh, geez. Good question. Not really sure. I guess it depends on the week and how my schedule looks like. I have a small child, so she's pretty demanding. But I'd say on average I get about 45 minutes at night on the weekdays, and anywhere from an hour to 2 hours on the weekends, spread out throughout the day. Got to get my fix in on the weekends. When I don't want to do any more real work. So yeah, I try to get in here and there, but most of the time you'll just see me sitting on IRC talking about different aspects of the game, both the project and the actual gameplay. So yeah, I enjoy both.
And what's your favorite map?
That's a really hard question, because there's so many good maps in the game. I really enjoy the gameplay of probably GeForce 2 and Go a lot. There's a lot of people that like Dance out there, but Dance gets kind of repetitive, and I find the routes aren't, they're pretty predictable. There's only so many routes on Dance, but there's so many routes on Go that can make it so fun to be on defense and offense. And in terms of GeForce 2, well, GeForce 2, I like the ramps on either side, so you can just fly across the map. I think I'm actually going to use this for the demo for this interview, but we'll see. But yeah, Capture the Flag guy, as you can tell, but GeForce 2 and Go got to be my favorites.
What game style do you prefer?
I'd say mainly I'm a defensive guy. If you've seen any of my commentaries, you can tell I play sort of defensively by default. That being said, I am pretty decent at offense too. I kind of get distracted when I have the flag, and I hurry back to the base, and I don't focus on the people behind me, so I tend to not have a very good pickup to cap ratio. It's usually like 1 for 3, but I suppose that's pretty decent. But I like defense more because I just like fragging people. It feels good, but mainly I like fragging other flag carriers. So if I'm just fragging other people coming into the base, that's okay. But I really enjoy chasing down enemy flag carriers. That gets me a lot of satisfaction.
So, you have funniest memory in this game?
There's been a couple of funny situations that have happened to me in the game. I guess mainly by luck. There was a time when I was falling off of the edge of Go in the enemy base, and I was about a third of the way down, and I shot the Nex up and got the enemy flag carrier as he was trying to come in and cap. So, total buzzkill, hilarious moment there. And gotta say, any of the combo laser frags that you could get when you don't have anything but the shotgun and your laser, and you just want to go with the laser, you say screw it, and you end up getting somebody like 4 times mid-air, bounce them off evil space or something like that. But those are always awesome and really memorable. I also had a couple of good games on GeForce 2, and I would try not to have any frags and to get the most caps as possible. So I think one of the games I got around 6 caps and 0 frags, which that's kind of like raise both arms in the air type moment. So celebrate and laugh at the same time.
You certainly have been quite involved making these awesome vids and stuff. What is your next idea?
I'm not really sure about that one. I did have an idea where I'd take some of the better players in terms of movement in the game, like 6X, PC Lizard, or Grasshopper, and get them to show me via a demo some of their flag capturing routes, whether it be this one's super fast or this one makes it hard for the other team to get you or whatever. But the working title of that was going to be moving and grooving with the player. So moving and grooving with Grasshopper, moving and grooving with 6X. So I don't know if that'll come to fruition. We'll see. I think people tend to like these interviews and the commentaries, and I'll try to keep up with those. But I also really enjoyed working on the tutorial for the Xonotic movement that Fruity X and Sin Sniper and you worked on. I thought that was great. I think it's a real benefit to the community, and I'm going to be there to give English narration for any future ones because I think it's awesome, and it helps bring people up to speed, get them involved in this great community we have.
For the game, how do you like balance at the moment? Is there something you would like to see included?
I actually like the balance. I think it's pretty good. Combined with the new physics, it makes it a different dynamic. But I guess if there was one thing that I would change, it's on the Electro. The primary is a lightning gun type thing now, and I think it's just a little bit too far out. So it's useful in a heck of a lot of situations. When I think if it were to be brought in just a little bit, so it's definitely a short range weapon, but it starts to get iffy in even the mid range. Then I think it'd be a little bit better. But as it is, I think the balance is pretty stable and solid.
Any shout-outs you would like to make?
Yeah, sure. How about, well, you, of course. You've been a good buddy of mine ever since I first started playing this game, so hi to you. And I guess all of my teammates in the Men in Tux clan, and I'll call out Ares especially since he was left off in Ghost's interview, but so hi Ares. And everybody else in the House Capture the Flag channel, hi to you all.
What's your favorite binds you like to spam in game?
I don't have very many binds, but the one I have it says nice one, and it changes colors every time I use it. So that's about it, even though I don't really spam it.
How do you find playing at other servers around the world?
I can't say that I've spent too much time playing in servers outside of the US. I guess mainly the Australia ones, been to some of the Capture the Flag ones and the, whatchamacallit, the race ones over there. So, I don't get too bad at ping. It's about 300, which is a little tough for most, but if I'm just having fun, who cares?
Do you have an idea that could bring the world closer in game?
I'm actually seeing more of that come to light with the integration between the chat system in Nexius and Xonotic with the IRC channels out there. House of the Capture the Flag does it with their live channel. I just think it's cool. Anybody can log in from anywhere in the world and see who's playing, chat to them back and forth, which is, it's pretty interesting. I found it pretty fun. If I'm at work, just to poke in and vicariously get some enjoyment out of who's owning who.
Pink or brown?
Tough question. They're both valid crayon colors, so I'm gonna have to go with both in a politically correct answer.
Who do you think is the best player in this game?
Maybe I'm a little biased in that he's my teammate, but I think PC Lizard is the best player in Nexius. Although, I would like to see that tested in like a 3-map rotation from global players, but I know that's always hard to do because of the different locations and the pings and whatever, and what day of the week it's, people feel bad some weeks, good some others, but yeah, I think PC Lizard is probably the best in the game right now.
Who is the most popular player in this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you, Chooksta. You have some ridiculous amount of rep points on the Xonotic forums. Something like 24 or 26, so that's gotta go to you.
Who do you think is the most annoying?
See, this one's tough for me to say, because I don't get annoyed very often. I'm an open-minded fellow. I guess... yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just say the generic campers in the game, or people who don't play to the spirit of the game. People who grab the flag and refuse to cap and just sit there and kill people. Anybody who's followed the House of Capture the Flag channel knows exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, people like that just annoy me to no end.
When will you fly over so you can get drunk with me?
Well, I suppose whenever I win the lottery, I can get a plane ticket to head over there to Australia land.
Any advice to newcomers?
For the newcomers out there, I just have to say stick with it. The community is fantastic, and there are lots of people who are willing to help you out. So, there's also servers out there with less experienced players. But even if you go to an advanced server, just ask around, and there's going to be more than enough people willing to help you out, learn to get better, or your general tips and tricks on how to have fun or just play around even.
Any last words?
I really just want to say thanks to the whole community, both for just being so awesome and supporting all my stupid little videos and interviews and commentaries and stuff. Each of you out there working on the game really inspire me, and just thanks. You make it a great game, and I enjoy playing it. I hope to continue playing it for quite some time.
Okay, thanks Antibody. It's been great to listen to your comments and stuff like that. Now let's everyone watch Antibody do some epic pornage in this game. And my name's Chooksta, and thank you for checking out this video. Thank you to Antibody for doing all the videos. And I'm off to have another beer and watch Antibody do some porning. See yous.